Unit 2. Talking about professional life. Exercise 3.
Hello, welcome to our weekly edition of Career Wrap, our programme for young people starting out on their careers. This week, our reporter Charles Roberts has been talking to a young woman who's working in what seems like an unusual field. Let's listen to their conversation.
Today I'm talking to Joanna Harris, who received a degree from Winstead Metropolitan 4 years ago. Joanna, you were just getting used to the idea that you could count on spending years in the same company when dismissal hit you unexpectedly. Could you tell us about that?
Well, initially I thought I was very lucky when I got this wonderful job offer from the most prestigious consultancies in the UK, right after graduation. Of course, the 6-month probationary period was tough, especially because I was expected to work on so many different projects. So I was really relieved when they turned my probationary contract into a proper one. They even asked me which clients I would like to work with, so I thought I'd really hit the jackpot.
So it was a job with a lot of perks.
It certainly was. I quickly got used to the regular, generous paycheck, and my lifestyle changed completely. I got used to taking clients out to expensive restaurants and bistros. I also appreciated the fantastic fringe benefits that the company offered. The private health insurance, retirement plan, and the flexible working hours. I'd even started looking for a house or flat to buy.
And then out of the blue you had to clear your desk.
Yes. Suddenly, the company announced that it was laying off around 100 people due to the general economic downturn.
Yeah.
Redundancies were being made on a last-in, first-out basis, so I was out within 13 months after uni.
Oh, gosh, that's awful. What did you do?
Well, to cut a long story short, I left London and moved back in with my parents to save money. I started sending off applications, but unfortunately, this time I wasn't so lucky. All the big employers I wrote to returned my CV, saying that because of the recession, they weren't taking on any new staff at the moment.
Yeah, and how long were you unemployed?
I'd been looking for 3 months when I got this job offer from a small firm specializing in environmental consultancy. They thought I had good general business background and would be able to adapt quickly to the new field. And because they were basically a startup themselves, the salary they offered was pretty modest. We all work a lot, and when we've got an important deadline, I may even put up to 60 hours a week.
That's a very long working week. So, would you say that you miss your former job?
Oh, no, absolutely not. You see, there are other compensations. It's very interesting work. Besides, because it's such a small company, I have to wear a lot of different hats.
Right.
I take care of general office management, the bookkeeping, and communications. I mean, you could also say PR.
Right.
I also coordinate the activities of the people working on a project. This involves planning a lot of meetings. I also design presentations for my boss and make arrangement for her business trips. I learn a lot, particularly about things we never talked about or studied at uni. It's a very friendly, family-like atmosphere, and I feel very much at home here.
Yeah, could you tell us something about the kind of work the consultancy does?
Sure. Before a company starts the construction of a big project, they contact us to find out what environmental standards they have to fulfill.
Right, I see.
I often have to accompany my boss on visits to construction projects and factories for on-site assessment to make sure that companies are complying with government regulations. This can involve a couple of trips a month. And sometimes we can have a kind of troubleshooting role, such as when a company, often as a result of an accident, causes pollution and has to provide for cleanup. Then we send an expert to the site and make recommendations for remediation. And sometimes we simply have to deal with routine waste management.
Well, Joanna, this sounds very interesting indeed, and is certainly different from jobs we usually hear about.
Yes, I would have never dreamt of working in such a field. But in fact, the environmental consultancy business is a growth market. There is already a huge demand for the kind of services we offer, and that is just going to increase as time goes on.
Okay, Joanna, so what are your plans for the future?
Well, the other day a friend of mine suggested that I should set up my own consultancy, become self-employed. And it's definitely an interesting idea.
So are you tempted?
I'll certainly consider it.
Well, make sure you let us know how you get on, and I look forward to talking to you again this time next year. Thank you very much for your time, Joanna. I wish you all the best.
It was a pleasure. Bye.
Goodbye and good luck.
And that's all for today. We hope you'll tune in at the same time next week. Goodbye.